Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. You might notice we're in a little bit of a different spot today, y'all, and that's because we're about to have an adventure. And I'll tell you all about it as soon as you like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. Yeah, so I have furry felons here. Can you see this felon? Losing their little minds because we're not in the right spots, but let me tell you what's going on. So it has been brought to my attention that sometimes I come across as a bit of, I don't know, a control freak when it comes to things that I read and books that I pick, and that maybe I should step outside my comfort zone a little bit. So y'all, we finna blow this thing up. Let me tell you what we're gonna do, these felons. Let me tell you what we're gonna do. Let me find my phone. We are gonna use a random prompt. Oh, I was going to say random prop generator. That's not it. We're not generating props. We are going to use a random prompt generator, and I am going to pick books, probably from my DNR. No, not my DNR. Lord, what am I even talking? All right, I might be a little freaked out, y'all. Maybe I am a bit of a control freak. Maybe I am a little freaked out by this whole thing, but my TBR cart. So we're going to try to find books in the TBR cart, but we might have to go upstairs. So the first thing we're going to do, y'all, this is total chance. So the first thing that we're going to do is, I might have to put the felon somewhere because I'm a little freaked out, so they're a little freaked out. Things are just a little, right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a random number generator to figure out how many books we're going to read. So let me pull that up, and I'm just using my phone. I'm not going to get us on the computer or anything because that would just be drama. So, right, like this isn't already drama. So let me pull up a random number generator. And what numbers? So we have to put in our limits. What numbers? Let's do 5 and what, maybe 9 as our maximum? Okay, so we'll do a number between 5 and 9. And oh, we got 7. Okay, all right, that's a good number. So we will pick 7 books. So, all right. I need a pass, y'all. I need some number of passes. So we'll also use our random number generator to figure out, I can't, y'all, I can't do it. I can't just like come up with some list of prompts and just commit to reading books generated by those prompts. I need some kind of out. So let's generate some number of like how many passes I get. So let's put in our limit. So we'll start, it can be 0. All right, I'm willing to do 0. So let's do between 0 and 3. So let's spin. I got 3. Okay, so we'll do 7. We'll come up with 7 prompts that we're going to use. All right, so now I need to find our prompt generator. Now I was going to do like make a TBR jar. Y'all have seen those, but I started like I got a list of like prompts to put in my TBR jar, and it just sent me. I couldn't. It just freaked me out too much. So let me find a. Ooh, here's a good one. Reader prompt. Okay, so we can either pick cards. Let's spin a wheel. So let me start the wheel a spinning and see what our first prompt is. First prompt is. Our first prompt, y'all, I don't know why I'm holding it over here where I have to look away from you. All right, a book based on a true story. Let's start there. I'm going to put this down for now, and I'm going to find, ooh, I know one. I don't have many. All right, I'm so close to y'all. Let me back up some. Or you know what? Maybe I should back y'all up some because I'm going to need to be near the books. All right, that's probably better. Okay, so I already grabbed my book. The Lone Ranger and Tonto Fist Fight in Heaven by Sherman Alexie. Did we ever talk about this book? So I believe it is a collection of short stories, and there's a movie. The movie Smoke Signals is based on this book, and I saw Smoke Signals years ago. And my dear friend, any locals, like local friends who are watching this will remember, well, local Cloquet friends, my dear friend Andy from Cloquet Schools, who was the Native American homeschool liaison for the Cloquet Schools, he and I talked about the movie Smoke Signals. And this book, and he passed away recently, so this book reminds me of him. And hey, hang on, there's another one. Let me run and grab it. Hang on, y'all wait here. Hang on. I'm not going to take you upstairs for this because I think I kind of maybe know where that. I cut myself off. What I was saying was there's another book to go along with that one. It doesn't really go with it, but it's also Sherman Alexie, and it's The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. So I might read both of these, but while I was up there, I also grabbed, oh, this lighting is awful. I also grabbed this autographed picture of Adam Beach, who is in, totally random, has nothing to do with anything really, but he was in Smoke Signals. And my buddy Andy got me this when the dude came to, I don't know if he was at the school or at one of the casino, I don't know. Anyway, he got me that. So there's those. So that's a book based on a true story. So that's random prompt number 1. 1 out of 7. All right, we're cruising, and I still have my 3 passes left. So let me spin again. I'm so nervous. All right, let's see what we get. That was number 1. Number 2 is a book published in the last year. All right, oh, y'all, you know where we're going. So there are some sequels that I've been meaning to read, by which I mean stalling reading, because I'm so scared that they're going to either break my heart or disappoint me. They're really going to break my heart. So here are our choices. Without bringing this is, so y'all know, you can actually see my TBR cart now, which is really just this like plastic rolly shelf from Amazon that the intern is like, seriously, dude, this is not your 3rd grade classroom. Can we possibly get some actual furniture that doesn't look like a library cart from your 3rd grade classroom? No. So I'm trying to do this without bringing the whole thing down upon me, causing the intern to just completely shun me. So here are our choices. We have Iron Flame, which is, of course, the sequel to Fourth Wing. Y'all, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think it's going to be that one. I don't even want to put, I love them so much, I'm not even going to set them on the floor. It's so wrong. That is such idolatry. So that's a maybe, but probably not. We have the sequel to Divine Rivals, which I finally put my books together. Ruthless Vows, that's a definite maybe. But you know what? No. Y'all know where we're going. The sequel to Ninth House, which is Hellbent. And this was this year, right? This was published this year, right? I've not lost my mind. Y'all, I've lost my mind. The publication date, is that right? The publication date is 2022? Am I that far, are we that far behind on this whole thing, Bobo? Hang on. Well, it's not going to be that. Dang it. Oh, y'all. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. No, no, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. Bo's looking at me like, are you okay? I don't think you're okay. All right, I'm gonna pass on this for now. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I just need to leave it sit for a minute, okay? I will come back to it. So this is not a pass. Y'all don't be trying to play shenanigans on me. We're gonna do this one. I just need a minute. I just need a minute. Quit it. I'm not being a control freak. I just look. Here's what's happening right now. I'm thinking about not pulling this down on my head. Well, let me look and make sure Iron Flame was published when I think it was. You know what? I think that's a reprint is what I was thinking was Hellbent was a reprint. Y'all, I might be completely, okay. 2023. Let me go back and look at the prompt again and make sure. Prompt is being on time. Prompt is like, right? I don't know. Go back and look at the prompt again. It is, hang on, I'm breaking things. It is published in the last year. All right, so, okay. So this is 2023. So I'm going to call that in the last year, right? Because I don't know, like, it doesn't have like a month. So here's the problem is, and y'all know, Fourth Wing broke my heart so bad that now I'm worried about Iron Flame. So I'm going to leave it sit. I'm going to set it over there so that I remember to come back and think about it. But we might or might not read that as our book published in the past year. Let's get through our 7 books. And that might or might not be that one. All right. Did y'all think this was going to be a quick process? Hi, my name's Danielle. It's nice to meet you. Okay, so that's that one. Let's find our net. Let's spin. I need a second. All right, let's spin. Let's go. Hup, hup, here we go. Did I tell y'all I'm wearing, look, I got so nervous that, all right, hang on, I'm gonna spin in a second. I put on my, can y'all see what I'm wearing? I'm wearing my Sweet Alice hoodie. I don't know if you can see her. I'm yelling like I don't have a microphone on. I'm wearing my Sweet Alice hoodie because she is my comfort hoodie. She is comforting me. All right, here we go. I'm spinning. Don't rush me. Written by an author with a different ethnicity than you. Okay, that's pretty easy. Let's see. Let's see. Oh. Here's the problem, is a bunch of these are upstairs. All right, let's go upstairs. I kind of know what I want for this one. All right, yeah, that was horrible. Sorry. So I'm not sure if y'all are even going to see that. Let me tell you what just happened in case I edit all of that out. I just got up, walked upstairs, fell up the stairs with y'all, went in the office. Lighting was horrible. I had nowhere to set my camera. I was talking all outside my head. So you might or might not see that depending on how bad it was. I might just put it here in like a little vignette while I'm talking about it. Maybe that's what I'll do because y'all don't need to experience all of that. But anyway, I went upstairs. I got some books. I brought them back downstairs. And here's what I'm thinking. For the author that is an ethnicity different from mine, either R.F. Kuang, The Poppy War, which is, I believe this is a fantasy book about a war between some haves and have-nots. And I think the having and having-nots is some kind of like powers. Like if you have special powers, you're like a certain like higher class than if you don't have powers. I think that's what this is about. And then, so either that or Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I'm supposed to be picking these right now, aren't I? I'm not, dead nabbit. I really do want to read Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan. Nope, you know what? We're going to read The Poppy War. All right, so that's that. So bad. All right, I might be a little tiny bit of a control freak. Tiny bit. All right, that's that. Spin. Spinderella, spin it for me one more time. Are we really only on number 4? A genre you don't usually read. All right. I'm going to use a pass on that one. I'm not saying I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it right now. I'm going to see if we come up with better prompts for if we can get 7 books without using that one. I'm not excited about that one. I know. I feel like we're already doing okay. Plus, I feel like that one would work like if we were at a bookstore or something. That would work much better, but I'm at my house. So, how's that going to work? A book that's fewer than 250. A book fewer than 250 pages, y'all. If you know, you know. You are finna get mind effed. Mind F series. It's 5 books, 5 or 6 books. So technically, we can just read one of the books. Let's look. Book number 1 is called The Risk, and it is... Oh, I'm so excited. This just made me feel so much better about my whole life, y'all. My whole life. Wait, hang on. Yup. 123. I know you can't see that, but just trust me. Better best believe me when I tell you, 123 pages of The Risk, book 1 of the Mind Mess series. Come on now. All right. I know. I still have to deal with Fourth Wing. I know. Stop it. I really don't. We don't have to deal with that if we don't want to. We will decide when we get there. That's going to be the last decision we make. Breathing right through it. One of the felons is sitting there looking at me. I don't want to say his name because I don't want him to freak out. But he's like, what is happening? A book that ends on an odd number of pages. Oh, that is so easy. So we can pick pretty much any book that we want to read. I mean, within reason, right? Because I'm not even going to finish that thought. That was a ridiculous thought. Let's see. What should we read? Let me see what we have already. So, y'all, I don't know if I'm ready to do this. So I know I need to stop talking about it. Stop it. Traumatizing myself. Okay, so this one is kind of like, y'all know what this is, right? This was the, I believe that it's a serial killer girl who ends up dating some kind of the FBI agent that's tracking her or something, investigating her something. It's just that's all I know about it. And it's like in my head and in my heart, it's giving me Butcher and Blackbird vibes. Y'all know how I love Butcher and Blackbird. Okay, y'all know how I liked Blackbird. I was going to say, you know how I love The Butcher. I love The Butcher, but I like Blackbird too. I like the whole book. So I'm hoping, here's the damage with this. This is going to be one of those that I go into it with really high hopes and like high expectations. So could be good, could be bad. But anyway, so this is like maybe a psychological thriller, like mind mess with, maybe a little rom-com-y, probably not very commy because, you know, it's killing people. But, some folks just need killing. You never know. This is, I think, going to be serious, like fantasy, like relationship, people interacting, probably war-y stuff because there's war in the title. So, y'all, that might influence my decision. I might use that as kind of I'm not going to say excuse, but to help me discern whether or not I'm ready for this. So we might really not end up doing this just yet because we're doing war in this one. And y'all know I don't do well with war. So this is probably middle grades, maybe high school, but not by much. So this is just like a quickie. But I think this definitely has some comedy to it, but it's about life on a reservation and like for real, like struggles and those kind of things. So I think these are going to be like real life emotional kind of stuff. So why did I just go through all that? Oh, because we're picking a book that ends on an odd number of, like an odd page number. So it can be really anything. So I think we want something lighthearted, maybe even funny. How about, or maybe something romantic. How about some cowboy romance? All right, let's see. So I'm just going to have to start checking to see. Oh, no, wait, that's not. Let me make sure. See, they end with, like this is a sneak peek of her next book. So I got to find the actual end of this book. So there is, does a bonus scene count? Ends on page 367. It was an odd number of pages that we were looking for, right? So, oh, The bonus scene. Okay, you know what? I just won't read the bonus scene because the legit book ends on 367. So flawless. Elsie Silver. Yes, thank you. Okay. Moving right along. I've used one pass, right? What was that? Oh, a genre that you don't normally read. So here's the dealio. If we end up doing that, we'll just like go buy a book. Like we'll shop online and buy a book. If we end up needing to, seriously, if we need all three of our passes, come on now. All right. Let me calm down. I feel like I'm acting a little bit like a lot. Spinning. Spin. Now I want to sing the Spinderella line every time I spin. Oh, I just totally jinxed myself. An obscure book. What does that even mean? Like, I mean, I think half of what we read is obscure if you ask some folks. All right, we're going to pass on that one for now. So a genre we don't normally read and an obscure book. Oh, that's two passes. Look at this felon. He's like sitting there. He just had his little eyes closed. He did that thing that kids do in class when they're like, well, I'm not saying I've ever done it, but where you're like trying to pretend like you're awake, but you're like dozing off. He won't go lay. He wants to be beside me. He won't go lay down. But okay, he thinks we're doing something exciting. All right, what am I even talking about? Okay, I was going to ask him if we wanted to like use one of our passes on, okay, so if we need to, if we use so we have 3 passes, right? That'll be number 2. If we use number 3, we'll just double back and get the genre we don't normally read and just like go on the Amazons or somewhere and buy a book. So yeah, I'm going to pass on the obscure book just because what? Like, what does that even mean? I mean, I know what the word obscure means. Y'all please don't be telling me in the comments what obscure means. But I'm going to, little moment of truth, I just like phonics in my head sounded out obscure to make sure it wasn't obscene. Spinderella, spin it for me one more time. Let me get myself out of this whole thing. All right, spinning. All right, so we're passing on the obscure book. And be a good one, be a good one, be a good one. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Highest rated book on my TBR. Okay. Oh. So I just bought The Bride. Is it The Bride or Bride? By Ali Hazelwood, which I will put here somewhere. And y'all, what I was kind of thinking was, so, dog nugget. So I was thinking I could use that as my book published this year and not have to read Iron Flame yet. But I think that's the highest rated book on my TBR. That's like New York Times. That might be number 1 on the New York Times bestseller list right now. And it's a Goodreads like 4 high, 4 point something. Fudge. Nuggets. All right. We're still moving. I'm sure it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Spinning. Use 2. We can go back and pass on that one still. This is a good one. 5-word title. All right. 5-word title. Let's see. The Secret History. That's 3. Nope. Hellbent. Those are all 2. The Dead Guy Next Door. The Dead Guy Next Door. We could. Oh. Riley Thorne and The Dead Guy Next Door. All right. What was that face? Sorry. I'm sorry for the things my face does when I'm not paying attention to it. Daughter of the Moon Goddess. We could bring back in Daughter of the Moon Goddess. That's a maybe. Good Girl's Guide to Murder is 6. Things we never got over. Bing, bang, boom. Got it. 5 words. Thank goodness it's not the things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Things we never got over. 5-word title. All right, y'all, let's get, is that 7? Is that all of our books? Hang on. So we got, what were they? In order, it was based on a true story. So we got the Sherman Alexie books, and then published in the last year, which we still need to pick that one. And then the one written by an author with a different ethnicity, which is Poppy War. And then, oh, the Allie Hazelwood book is the one with the, like the highest rated book on my TBR. That's The Bride. So that'll be here, but it's not physically here. So that's what's throwing me off. And then the book that's fewer than 250 pages, which is the first book in this series, it's The Risk or something. And then book with an odd, that ends on an odd number. Book with a 5-word title. And, all right, let's try one other book and then we'll decide. I don't even know. Was this published in the past year? I mean, this is going to be a tearjerker too, probably. Nope. All right. We're in, y'all. We're going in. We are going dragons. Because here are our options. Well, I mean, we can spin again, but you know what? Let's just do it. So the point is getting outside my comfort zone, and I would just keep dragging this book around. I dragged this book around for like 3 years before I read it. So, y'all, we're going to read Iron Flame. Now, I spent so long picking books that we're not actually going to start reading books in this video, but I have at least busted outside my comfort zone. I only used 2 of my 3 passes, and I picked 7 books to read. Now, granted, they're books that I already owned, but it's still something, so y'all quit it. So, y'all, let me know what you're reading. And you know what? Let me know. Do you always read inside your comfort zone, or do you sometimes do things like use a TBR jar or like a random picker to pick your books? How do you pick your books? Like, how are you going to pick your next great read? Let us know in the comments. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you made it this far, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos at the beginning of every week with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.